Now is the time to discuss the one-way ANOVA test. So I told you the difference between independent sample t-test and one-way ANOVA is that we need to compare, when we need to compare more than two groups, then we have to opt the one-way ANOVA test and SPSS. So let's go to the data, go to Analyze, go to Compare Means, and select the very last test, which is the one-way ANOVA. Then we have, since I have already selected it, but let's do it again. So because gender has only two groups, so for that we already did the independent sample t-test. So what we can do is instead select the age or number of family members, which are more than two groups. So let's select this one, and then select any one of them. I can go for satisfaction, for example. This is done. Go to the options. Yes, we do need descriptives. You know, the descriptive analysis you do understand, right? So let's go for continue and select OK. Here is the output for the data. So as you can see, for the age group, this is the descriptor for the age group, which means what is the mean for the number of people, or how many people fall between which age group. So these 1, 2, 3, these are the codes for those ages. Then this is what we need, which is the ANOVA table. So based on the significance value, we decide whether there is any link between the two groups. Is there any equality between the two groups, or they equal or they not? So based on this significance value, we basically interpret the results. So I have also provided this information on how you can interpret the ANOVA table. So this is the descriptive table, followed by the ANOVA table itself, and how you can actually interpret them. Next we have, which is the last one, and that is regression. Regression analysis is used when we are trying to find out the the relationship between, not the relationship, but the cause and effect relationship between multiple variables. So here we go. So this time, go to Analyze, go to Regression, and select Linear Regression. There are other forms as well, but for you guys, linear regression is what you want. So click Linear. Now do not copy any of these questions because you have already measured the variables. So now focus on the variables only. So as you can see, suppose convenience, so you have to see which is your dependent variable. So I would say, let's say satisfaction is, or let's say performance is the dependent variable, and then convenience and satisfaction or selected in the independent variables. Let's go see what else do we need. So in here, yeah, so the confidence interval has already been 95, so there's no issue. In the plots, yeah, if you want histogram you can select, but yeah, it's not 100% necessary. Okay, go to options, that's it. There's nothing else we need. So here click OK. Like I told you in the class that you will receive 4 tables for the regression analysis. This variable, we do not need this. All we need is the rest of the rest of the 3 tables. So here the model summary represents, so what do we need in here? We need the R and R square. So you're supposed to interpret these two when you're referring to, when you're trying to find out whether the model is good for the study or not, or the regression model is fine or not. So the more is the the percentage of R and R square, the more it represents that the effect in the dependent variable has been accurately explained by the independent variables. Same goes for the ANOVA, which for the ANOVA test we need the significance value, and then for the coefficient test we need these 3 variables, and this is the amount of change that has been caused by the independent variable on the dependent variable. So these 3 are what we need. So go back to your this file. I will provide it to you. So each of these tests has been correctly I would say interpreted. So here this is the regression one. So starting from model summary followed by ANOVA and then coefficient. This is how you can actually represent or interpret your results. So I hope it is clear for you guys. Okay, some of you may be wondering that for the For these that could be used in the qualitative research, how you can analyze it, you can simply go to the descriptive statistics. You can either go for frequencies or descriptives. So let's go for frequencies. You can select these three and go see how many things do we need. So mean, mode, median, mode, summary, standard deviation, variance, range, minimum, maximum, skewness or kurtosis. That's not for you. So here you can select all, and there you go. You can then find out the frequency of your age, the number of family members, gender, and each of them individually. So I hope the session was good or understandable or effective for you guys. If you have any other questions, you can always visit university, or then you can also contact me in the class or any other day between 9 to 7, and I will explain them. So because if you're wondering why I didn't provide any information on correlation, is because I have already discussed it in the validity test. So the same kind of test that you have done for validity test, this time you can do it simply for the, I should have mentioned it that in the validity test you did it for the questions, right? But when you want to find out the correlation between your variables, then you can simply go to analyze, go to correlate, select bivariate, and instead of these, reset, and instead of these you can simply select your own variables that you have measured. Take them all here, click OK, and then you can find out the correlation among your variables. So the same kind of interpretation goes for this one as well, where you have to see the significance value, which is this and this. You can either interpret it this way, row wise or column wise, both are acceptable. So that's it. Good luck everyone, and take care.